Ladies and gentlemen, now it's too late with Alan Mosley.
Woo! Welcome back, everybody. Welcome back for another episode of It's Too Late. I am your host, Alan Mosley, joined as always by the number one producer in late night. That's right, it's Dave Willimowski. Dave, how are you doing?
Good. Great.
Great.
Got some stuff done today. Had a little swim. Life's been going okay. So yeah, I'm doing good. How are you doing?
You have a single inch of mohawk. Oh, well, then you just ruined it. All right, that's fine.
Oh.
I think I still have a picture of you saved where you had a mohawk, but actually though.
Oh yeah.
In the big handlebars. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty sick, actually.
I kind of like it.
Yeah, I know. Speaking of kind of liking something, did you know that at this very moment, there is still no reported winner of that Mega Millions lottery? The lottery is up to $1 was that? Where'd that go?
Oh,
there it is. $1.25 billion. $1.25 billion is what it's up to right now. Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. What would you do, Dave, if you won $1.25 billion?
Billion. I don't know. I'd probably be pretty conservative with it. I'd probably, pay off my mortgage, family's mortgage. I definitely wouldn't let anybody know I won it. So I wouldn't. I don't know.
See,
I guess I could.
That's the thing where they get you, though, is that sometimes somebody will win a contest like that, but then it'll go a little while before the winner's announced. And it's because they'll be in hiding trying to figure out how to handle it. But the people running the lottery will force you, though. Like, they'll say, well, as a condition of your turning in the sweepstakes, you're going to have to, like, appear and, shake hands and the big check and all. Like, yeah, so they out you. They out you.
That's rude.
Yeah,
rude.
Exactly. Just as a random aside, by the way, nobody ever takes the payments. Like, you know how it is? Like, in order to get a $1.25 billion, you have to take annuity payments over 30 years. I'm only gonna live like another 2 months, or 2 years. So I need 877 cash now. So, so if you take the payout, it's like 600 million. And I know that 600 million is I know 600 million is a lot of money. But if you told me, Alan, you have $1.25 billion, and then the next day I only had 600 million, I'd feel,
feel poor.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. I'd feel like I've taken a wrong turn somewhere. I swear to God. I'll tell you what I would do with that money, though. I would spare no expense.
Yeah.
I would find her. I'd find her.
She's out there.
I'll find
somewhere.
You. Yeah. I just need a name. Just need a name. Bit of sad news to report tonight, though. Actor Paul Reubens, famous for his role as the Pee Wee Herman. I watched Pee Wee Herman when I was growing up. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Has died at age 70 of cancer. Do we have a picture of Paul Reubens?
Yeah, let me get that.
Yep, that's him.
Man, looking 70.
Yeah. Well, I said died of cancer, not died of AIDS. He's a dead ringer for something else. Yeah. Of course, a lot of people also remember Paul Reubens sort of had a sudden end to his career there when his show was still on TV. When it was in 1991, he went to a theater, as one might do to catch a matinee, and Pee Wee Herman found Herman's wee pee, and the rest as they. I don't know why the audience is cheering about that. Like, it's, it destroyed him because I actually remember seeing, like, he did an interview some years down the road of, hey man, come on. And his answer is that, when I'm sitting there in the darkened theater, just jacking off, I'm not thinking to myself, hey man, you're not just any old celebrity. You're a children's show host. So the studio's not going to be like, hey man, we've all been there. It's That's it. You're done. You know, actually, if that happened today, he'd be fine in modern Hollywood.
Oh yeah, they'd celebrate it.
Yeah. I don't know why that just popped into my head. If it were like 20 years later, it'd be like, oh, yeah. They'd be like, hey, well, you got a camera crew? You want
to? Yeah, very brave.
Speaking of stunning and brave, oh my goodness, the giant hip hop artist Lizzo is back in the news tonight. Do we have a picture of Lizzo?
Oh yeah, here.
Jesus Christ!
Wow,
that poor skeleton.
How does it do it?
I don't know, man. The brown mound of sound is in hot water tonight on the heels of a lawsuit. Check this out right here. Sued over claims of, among other accusations, of sexual harassment, fat shaming. Yes, she's fat shaming other people. Oh. Yeah, right. And wrongful termination. There is this particular allegation from a nightclub in Amsterdam. I want you to take a look at this right here. At the club, Lizzo allegedly began inviting cast members to take turns touching nude performers, catching dildos launched from the performers' vaginas. Launched? Okay, I'm sorry.
David, log off.
And eating bananas protruding from the performers' vaginas, the suit says. Lizzo then turned her attention to Miss Davis and began pressuring Miss Davis to touch the breasts of one of the nude performers. I'm sorry. I'm really caught up on the word launched in this. Oh, man. So, since a lot of people kind of know Lizzo as being this big like body positivity person, you know, and like you shouldn't be ashamed, you should celebrate who you are and all this stuff. A lot of that comes, it's quite a shock. You could say that it's a lot to take in.
Yeah, it is. It's a lot.
Quite a bit to chew on, isn't it?
Yeah, if you're into that.
Hard to wrap around this one, huh?
Yeah. Okay.
She's morbidly obese. All right.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. And finally, this evening, Canadian Prime Minister Justin Trudeau is back in the news. Do we have a picture of Justin Trudeau?
Oh, you better believe it.
Yep, that's him.
Oh,
that's dead ringer. It's him.
Yeah, it is. Look at his eyes.
Yep. And the smile.
Yeah.
It was announced today that Trudeau and his wife Sophie are getting a divorce. After 18 years of marriage. Many are wondering out loud if the recent announcement has anything to do with Trudeau's many unpopular policy positions, or perhaps an alleged affair with his foreign affairs minister, Melanie Joly. I'll tell you what my guess is, though. He is a homosexual pedophile.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. Right?
Wow.
Yeah.
Disturbing.
You just can't even tell.
No.
Boy, I hope he's not taking it too hard. Bet this is a tough load to swallow.
Oh. Huh.
I'm sure the separation has left his brown eye blue.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I think that ought to do it.
One more? Okay.
Go ahead.
You could say the cock was ticking on their marriage. All right. But don't you worry about Trudeau's children, because they'll soon have a new someone to help them through this dark time. Guys, we're going to be back with the meme of the week and the viewer mail right after this commercial break. Don't go away. Welcome back to the show, everybody. Oh my God, Dave, it was so hot today. I'm worn out, and I don't know if this happens to you, but like when your temperature goes up, it's like it's like the stress level, like your blood pressure. It's just it's through the roof. And I'm feeling like even now, we're already through the monologue, and I'm feeling like I don't know, I'm feeling a little tense tonight. Do we have anything like? Do we have some relaxing music or something that we can?
Let me see what I got. Oh, that's nice.
Oh, hey, hold on. Hey, fella, come on in.
Hey, you still open?
Staying open late tonight. What can I do you for?
Just got into town from Tallahassee.
Tallahassee?
Yeah.
Don't seem to have much of a accent for down south.
I don't live there. I was just there. You know.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Visiting my friends.
Are you in town for the big Lizzo show?
Oh, is that this week?
Yeah, they're launching it tonight. All right, okay, that's
okay.
Hey, Dave.
Yes, Alan.
What time is it?
It's time for meme of the week.
Heard you were looking for a stud. I got the STD. All I need is you. the woman looks like...
Yeah, I used to watch that show. It
looks distressed.
Exactly how the women wax.
Yeah. But we do have a bonus meme. Check out the bonus meme. Never reach anyone for help. Suffer in silence. In fact, make your problems worse. Destroy yourself. Don't be a coward. That's me. Yeah.
Yeah.
I live by those words. I mean, you know me.
Yeah. Crush it down.
Yeah. The eternal struggle between KMS and KYS. Yeah. That was a meme that I was gonna make. Maybe somebody in the chat could make this for me. Like, you know, the meme template of there's two wolves inside you, like the white one and the black one, you know?
Oh yeah, that's a good idea.
We need to have there's two wolves inside you, and the white one is KYS and the black one is KMS. Because that's me. Yeah. We're doing pretty good on time. We're doing so good on time that I'm scared, actually.
We got viewer mail coming up, though, you know.
Oh, yeah, that's true. Well, it's because sometimes, like, we're on a certain pace on the show, and I look at the clock. Like, right now, I look down, it's 41 minutes. I'm like, psh, the show's basically over. Let's just move on, you know. We're already talking about the after party, you know. But sometimes things are really snappy. Dave's over there. He's just doing his little beep, boop, boop. Everything's popping up, and I'm like, wow, we're really killing it tonight. And then I remember we haven't even done the ad reads yet.
Oh.
Well, let me tell you about Fox & Sons Coffee, which you can find at foxandsons.com. Fans of It's Too Late use code ITL and receive 18% off orders of $25 or more. Shipping's always free on orders of $37.99 or more online at foxandsons.com.
What a deal.
Look at all those different flavors they've got now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he has more.
Yeah, they had, it's crazy. Yeah.
And now they'll grind it for you too.
Oh my God, they will. So here I've been. I'm just a coffee novice, okay? I'm just getting into the coffee game. I know that a lot of you guys can't even go to work in the morning until you've had your first cup. So here I am. I'm just pouring a cup of beans and I'm just chewing on them on my way to work. I just thought that's what everybody did. Turns out
got a lip full.
Turns out you drink them.
Yeah. Wild.
Yeah,
Drinking
so now
beans.
they're gonna send me a powder instead of beans. I guess I'm gonna snort the shit now. I don't know.
Oh, that's next level.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of excited. But I actually have, check this out. This is the electric boogaloo. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, it says on here a blend of our dark and light roast. It's the two wolves. It's me. This is a blend of KMS and KYS for the perfect medium euthanasia. Chocolate, smoky, clean, with a floral hint. I bet that's how Lizzo is.
I doubt it.
Yeah, because all those folds, it's all sweaty. You can't bathe properly, you know?
I'm thinking it's more of a more biological smell. Like I don't know.
Like, imagine that grit that gets in your belly button, but you just have some around.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so anyway, that's Fox and Sons coffee, which you can find foxandsons.com. You're welcome, Steve. All right, let's go ahead and answer that viewer mail. Chat, how does she wipe her ass? But can the bidet, I'm sorry, the music loud. Can the bidet penetrate the folds? All right, sorry. We'll just clip the intro to viewer mail with no other context at all, and people just let people.
Context.
Yeah.
Can the bidet penetrate?
Launched. Celestinus writes, Dear Alan and Dave, what is your favorite kind of cold cut? Ooh, now we're talking.
Oh.
All right. Dave, what's your favorite kind of cold cut?
Oh. Favorite. You know what? Have you ever had pickle loaf? I know it's just bologna with pickles in it.
Mm-hmm.
But it makes me happy, and I buy it as a treat like once every couple of years, even though I know I could just get bologna and put pickles on it and be pretty much the same thing, but or olive loaf. That's fun. I'm gonna go with that.
I don't think I have, but I feel like I learned something about you just now. That when you decide to treat yourself, it's only once every couple of years.
Oh yeah, you can't spoil yourself. It's just a treat.
Okay, all right, that's fine. Well, I've told people before. So you've got Thin Mints, you've got Banana Nut Cheerios, you've got Purity Bold Custard. They had this cold cut. It was the thinly sliced chicken, and it was infused with sriracha.
Oh, I've had that.
Yeah,
banging.
And look, I know.
Oh, sorry.
I know that I could just get chicken and get sriracha. It's not the same.
Yeah, it's like baked in, so it's like a grit almost, like a sriracha dust.
Yes. So then just no more.
Gone.
Yep. Just add it to the list. And the pepperoni calzones from Publix, those two. Yeah. The Black Wolf is having more meat, you know.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Celeste. Eric Eli writes, Dear Alan and Dave, if Florida went to war with Georgia and Alabama, who would win?
Oh.
I think that probably Georgia and Alabama would win because, like, I know Florida has a pretty decent population and all that, but how many of those people are like fighting fit? You know what I'm saying? Because all the people in the far south are just gay, and then all the people in the next level above that are just retired Jews, and they wouldn't fight for themselves anyway. I mean, clearly. So who's going to actually do the fighting? It's going to be the Northern Floridians, and the Northern Floridians identify with Alabama and Georgia.
What about the alligator cavalry?
I mean, I don't know. That's
like Florida man, you know.
I feel like you're going to lose as many troops as they are trying to get that together.
Trying to mount up.
You remember, I lived in Florida for a few years, and that was a big thing. People always said, don't go just wandering down to the edge of some random water source that you don't know. Like that's a quick way to get got. Because that's where the blacks are, but also the alligators. I mean that's what the people in northern Florida told me. So that's yeah.
Oh, that's what they said.
That's what they said.
It's
Yeah,
not
that's
you.
not. No, it's never me.
You wouldn't.
No, come on. All right. Andrew Avery writes, Dear Alan and Dave, Jason Aldean got me thinking. Are national anthems country music?
Oh, that's almost.
Yeah.
Is that almost a pun?
Wow, Andrew. Dave doesn't.
Oh, that's
even,
Andrew. Oh, I didn't hear.
Dave doesn't even classify your crap as puns. He says almost puns. It's pun light. Yeah. Actually, I think there's a difference between country and nation. Because it's the national anthem, so it's national music. It's not country music. Because country music's all about stealing shine and killing cops and
that's running. What it used to be about.
It's what it is about.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
All right. Aaron Kittner writes, Dear Alan and Dave. See, we knocked that time situation right out.
Yeah.
Aaron Kittner writes, Dear Alan and Dave. What terrible movie do you absolutely love? A movie, Dave, that it's so bad you love it.
I know there's one, but as soon as you asked me the question, I lost it. Now I'm drawing a blank. Damn it.
A terrible movie you absolutely love. I don't know. See, the thing that's tough is that to have terrible movies that you love, you have to watch terrible movies. And I don't go out to watch a lot of movies thinking, not knowing ahead of time if it's going to be like my kind of film. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Oh, I got one.
Okay.
It was the Pest with John Leguizamo. I haven't watched it in a while, but I remember really liking that. It was just so stupid, and it's like totally out of anything else he's known for. It's just retarded, and I remember really enjoying that.
Wow, that's interesting. Yeah. That's if you had given me a list of 100 things to be referenced on tonight's show, I would have never guessed that was one of them. 0% chance. Aaron, if I think of one later in the show, I'll tell you. Josh Wright writes, Dear Alan and Dave, you've just been declared God Emperor of Mankind. What is your first decree? Dave, what is your first decree?
I'm going to be set up on an island with full infrastructure that pretty much takes care of itself with my family, and then I step down and everybody can deal with it themselves and leave me alone. I don't want that.
I feel like that's basically the same thing as winning the Mega Millions lottery for you.
Yeah,
you didn't even do anything different. Yeah. Oh no. See, I tell people this all the time. Don't as a joke write me in for anything, because I will use that power to smite my enemies. Oh, 100%. Are you kidding me? Like, I know they'll bring me down, but the streets will be awash in blood before they do. That's where I'm at.
Insurrection.
Yeah, they're going to want an insurrection to stop me. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. All the liberals are going to be like calling the MAGA shaman guy saying, "Hey, can we do another insurrection? We need you." Yeah, it's like getting the arch villain out of prison because he's the one who knows how to stop him. Yeah.
They'll put up the buffalo headlight to bring him in.
Yeah.
We need a hero.
Yeah. Well, they could probably just get him out of jail because they shouldn't have put him there. A bunch of
that would be nice.
Yeah. All right. Ryan Seifert writes, Dear Alan and Dave, you're on death row. What is your last meal? Dave, last meal.
I feel like this would be one of those things where I'm going to hurt myself, and it's not going to be a pretty execution, because I'm going to get like everything that I want. I want tacos, cheeseburgers, meatloaf, lasagna. I think those are the main things. Yeah, let's go with that.
Yeah,
first course.
Yeah, exactly. I want to make it miserable on them. I want them to feed me my last meal literally an hour before the execution, and I want to do the Taco Bell tier list.
Oh, there you go. It's gonna be
we're all going together. Yes. Right. That's going to be my last meal after my empire falls right there.
Take one.
By the way, I think we're only $100 away. By the way, if people want to chip in, so this is what you got to do, guys. You got to subscribe to all the channels. You got to like and share the show. You got to sub to us on Twitch, and then you got to click on that link over there in chat that Aaron just shared and donate so that we can do the Taco Bell tier list. Because I think we're actually only like $100 away from we're actually going to do it. Yeah, it's great. Oh, it's getting a little too real now. Mary Lynn Wilimowski writes, Dear Alan and Dave. What store or restaurant do you remember from your childhood that is no longer in business? Dave, store or childhood that was in your hometown, it's not there anymore?
First one pops in my head is Ponderosa, man.
Oh, Ponderosa.
I love Ponderosa. Yeah. Nobody has a buffet like them. It wasn't great. Like, the mashed potatoes taste like water. They had some pretty good chicken wings, but they just had so much hot stuff. It's like you just build your own dinner.
Yeah. See,
I don't know if we have anything like that anymore.
Yeah, see, we had a place called Western Sizzlin'. Western Sizzlin' was dope. Yeah. Oh God! I mean, now here come the member berries. Oh my God! So we had a Ponderosa too. It's also gone. Our Ponderosa was in the mall. So that tells you what happened to it. Yeah. Saddle Fe Cattle Company used to have a location here. It's gone. Do you remember? I don't know if this is a local thing or not. Did you ever have the Sunday morning breakfast buffet at Shoney's?
I don't think we've ever had a Shoney's.
The breakfast buffet at Shoney's was just gorge yourself, and then the coffee cake. Oh my God, are you serious? Dave, the world we grew up in no longer exists.
Yeah.
I see people in chat talking about Western Sizzlin'. This is great. We're just gonna, yeah. All right.
Shoney's.
Patricia Marie writes, Dear Alan and Dave, what is your favorite day of the week? Not Thursday, God damn it.
Oh, Thursdays are great.
Why though? Why?
It's a night off. Actually, Thursday for me is kind of a night off because Mary's doing the D&D thing with the LN crew, and I'm just kind of left to my own devices. So I get to play a game or watch some videos or whatever I want to do. It's my night. It's kind of neat.
Yeah. I just go to work. I do all this, and then I'm up like in the middle of the night thinking about things like, why do I still do this? You know, and then I have to get up and go to work like a few hours later. So no, Thursdays are just, I would probably say, I don't know. You know what? Honestly, I think it's probably Friday. I think it's Friday because that's, yeah. I mean, I don't watch anything Friday nights. Who in God's name would do that? But yeah, it's ridiculous. I Friday nights are my night off where I can just relax, don't watch anything on the internet, just zone out. It's great. No, I usually log in to see my friends' shows on Sunday so I can run their audience off.
Yeah.
Yeah. At everyone. Yes. All right. Gary Doxer writes, Dear Alan and Dave, what is your favorite fruit or vegetable? It's got to be Freddie Mercury.
Oh, he's cool.
Well, was, but yeah.
Was, yeah. He's a good one.
Yeah. You got one or?
I like mushy peas, like canned peas. Yeah.
I was gonna say bananas, but I heard a story earlier about launching bananas, and
oh yeah, kind of turned you off.
Yeah, that is a turn off. Correct. Yeah. They're not supposed to have torque. You know what I'm saying? All right. I'm sorry.
No propulsion.
And finally, D3 writes, Dear Alan and Dad, what is the best meal of the day? There's a lot of food stuff in tonight's show.
Question.
Yeah. Best meal of the day. What do you think?
Well, I don't do anything till dinner, so I'd have to say dinner, but I'd say it anyways because I like dinner food. Breakfast food's good, but it's just too early to be eating good breakfast food.
See, that's the thing, is that I like breakfast food the most, but I don't want to eat it at breakfast time.
That's when you have Brinner.
Yeah.
Breakfast for dinner.
Yeah. So it's breakfast food, but I want to eat it at like 5:30 p.m.
There you go. Yeah.
Yeah. So there you go. There's your answer. God damn. I was actually, this is one of those nights where I was hoping we would be at like 41 minutes by now so that we could just kind of breeze through the end of the show, but we're actually right on time.
I'm sorry.
Jesus. All right. Guys, we're going to be back to talk about just a teensy little bit of slavery right after this commercial break. Don't go away.
Your ad could be playing right now, reaching thousands of potential customers. Sadly, it's not, but it could be. Find out how to be an advertised sponsor for It's Too Late with Alan Mosley. Email us at info@alanmosley.tv.
I like that one more. Yeah.
That's perfect.
Welcome back to the show, everybody. Let me tell you about tonight's other sponsor, which is the Tennessee Hot Sauce Company, which you can find at tnhotsauceco.com. If you use promo code It's Too Late, all one word, you get 10% off your order.
Ooh.
He has this huge variety of hot sauces now.
He does. It's insane.
Yeah, a ton of flavors. But I got to tell you, Danny, my favorite remains the garlic habanero right here. Get a shot of the garlic habanero. Yeah.
Yeah. There it is.
You can actually tell that's the amount that I drank.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You haven't put it on any food.
No. I'm trying to lose weight.
Straight.
I'm trying to lose weight, and if you look here on the thing, it says it's 0 calories. But it's like,
Yeah,
well,
it's
where does
free.
it go?
It's free. Goes right through you.
Yeah. I would do that meme of the guy like doing the surprise face, but I ain't got the lips, if you know what I mean. So anyway, this is the garlic habanero, which if you look on the side, it's those damn wolves again. It's right in the middle between personable and problematic. Right in the middle. It could go either way.
Mm-hmm.
If it were a little bit hotter or cooler, you'd have your answer.
It'd be time to take action.
I'm kind of feeling it myself. But anyway, that's the Tennessee Hot Sauce Company. Now, people, listen. I feel like that the views expressed, the views expressed on It's Too Late are not necessarily those of Tennessee Hot Sauce Company or those of its creator, Danny. So,
Not necessarily.
like, he's a raging anti-Semite, where I'm not.
Yeah.
So we're totally
No.
different people. But if you support that, then there's Tennessee Hot Sauce Company, tnhotsauceco.com.
Promo code It's Too Late.
Yeah, we got to do something about our promo codes being different. Because we used to just tell people, just wherever you're shopping, just type in It's Too Late and see what happens. Now you have to type in ITL and see what happens.
Try it on that new Wish site. What is that called?
Temu? Yeah. Have you
I
seen
think
that?
it works there.
Yeah,
right there.
yeah. You'll get, well, because the Chinese don't want their little girls, so you get like a girl and whatever
You
you
get a
order.
bag of them. Yeah.
It's
A stack of them.
but they don't package them right, and you're not gonna get them all fresh if you do it that way.
Yeah, they were gonna be on a boat for like a month.
Yeah, I prefer individually wrapped myself. So
All right.
anyway, you're welcome, Danny. So let me tell you a little bit about something that I saw kind of floating around social media the last day or two. So as you may have heard in the news, there's a little conflict going on in Eastern Europe right now. The belligerents being Russia and Ukraine. Don't know if you heard anything about that. But
I'm glad we're not involved.
right. But because of the
uh,
geopolitics being what they are, some people worry that this might ultimately erupt in World War III. What?
That's no good.
No good at all. And so whether it's World War III, whether it's some particular policy decisions and advertising done by the armed forces some of the imagery that they've been promoting lately, you might be surprised. Or, of course, the war on terror. Jesus Christ, the war on terror going so well over the last 20 years plus. You might be surprised to learn recruiting's been down a bit. Imagine that. Enlistments are down. Oh my God. Flyover country doesn't want to go die for you because you said that they were all bigots and racists. Shoot.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so there's this little article over at military.com that somehow went viral. This is Dave, this is what you and I have to do. We have to write something so vile and retarded that people share it out of hate, but then we're just getting clicks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
This little article by Joe Plenzier at military.com that says, we need a limited military draft. Here we go again. This is one of those things where we did an episode on this all the way back, like in the gold standard days. But this is one of those things where every so often it rears its ugly head again, and you got to just smash it back down. So I want to read a little bit of this article for you. Starts off with, it's time to change how our country fills the ranks of our military. Right off the bat, I'm sorry.
I hate this guy.
Okay, listen. I'm gonna try really hard to get through the article really quick, and then we'll talk a little bit. But every single word drips with dick in mouth. But so anyway, he says, our country fills the rank of our military. It's not ours. No. Quit using that terminology. It's not ours. You don't own it, and the military is not you. Get over it. Since 1775, our nation... I'm not going to cringe.
You can
anymore.
Do this.
Yeah.
You can do it.
Our nation has used a combination of volunteers and draftees to meet our national defense personnel needs, especially in times of crisis. But what's the crisis, though? You know?
Things are going pretty good over here.
Yeah, the crisis is some Southeast Asians want to be communists. Ergo, let's go firebomb them. Yeah. And us.
Go save the city.
Yeah, escape the town. All right, today, the military needs only about 160,000 youth from an eligible population of 30 million to meet its recruitment needs. But after 2 decades of war, both of which ended unsuccessfully, and low unemployment, many experts... He's blaming low unemployment. Like, damn it, they're getting jobs. No, don't go to work and make an honest living. Come kill brown kids. Jesus, yeah. I'm doing it again. You're going to have to stop me.
Okay. All right.
But many experts believe the all-volunteer force has reached a breaking point, and American confidence in its military is at a low. The fastest and most effective way to resolve this recruiting crisis is to change how we recruit. Instead of an either all-volunteer force or fully conscripted force model, I propose a both-and solution.
You can do this.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit of slavery, not too much.
Yeah.
We should have our military recruiters sign up new troops for 11 months out of the year, and then have the selective service draft the delta between the military's needs and the total number recruited. So try to enlist retarded kids and give them free college and a Camaro. And for however many short you are, draft the rest. That's this guy's answer is, oh, you guys don't want to be in the military, huh? Well, we'll start filling up the difference. This model would alleviate the incredible pressure on our recruiters. Who gives a what they... The incredible pressure to have more people watch their wives have sex with other men while they're in Iraq. Lower the cost of finding new troops and significantly reduce the much decried civilian military gap by subjecting... He actually says the word subjecting.
Wow.
By subjecting all of America's youth, rich and poor, to the possibility of military service via the draft. You're supposed to hide your intent. Like, you can't just come out and say, I'm going to steal your kids from you. Jesus Christ. And by the way, he says rich and poor. No, it won't. That's not how this works. It'll be your kids. It won't be theirs. This increased public interest might also have the added effect of increasing public pressure to prevent open-ended wars led by unaccountable senior leaders like we experienced in our national debacles in Iraq and Afghanistan. I know he's trying to extend an olive branch to people that say, let's not have forever wars all over the earth. But this guy's answer, listen to this. I'm sorry, listen to this. This guy's answer, like to you, to the common man, well, sir, how do I show the government that I don't approve of these wars? His answer is join the military.
Yeah. We'll change it from the inside.
Okay. While the causes of our current recruiting crisis are many, the fastest and best solution lies within our already existing selective service system. This would obviously represent a seismic change given the more recent history of military drafts. In 1973, the draft was abolished with the establishment of the all-volunteer force, driven largely by the American public's weariness of our debacle in Vietnam. Okay, so first of all, and second of all, you've now cited in just the first two paragraphs 3 different horrific forever wars that caused the needless deaths of tens of thousands, nay, hundreds of thousands of people, and that's just Americans. We're not even talking about the millions of people overseas. And he said those things in his own argument for the military. It's like he's making our argument for us. All right, let's see. Systemic inequities in the draft, such as wealthier Americans being able to defer service, and the fact that the size of our population has become so large in relation to the needs of the military, universal drafting became obsolete. While the all-volunteer force had the effect of lowering discipline problems and professionalizing the force, it also created a vast gap between American citizens and those who serve. Yeah, I know. We're well-adjusted people who aren't as likely to blow our own brains out. Why would I want to join the other side? Effectively creating a military warrior caste that now appears more like a multi-generational family business than an organization that represents the true makeup of our democratic republic. I know, it's because they didn't die enough. The establishment of an all-volunteer force also drove the military to expend an incredible amount of resources in terms of manpower and dollars to build a recruiting machine to attract America's youth to service. Considering it costs about $15,000 to recruit each new member, the overall cost each year exceeds $2 billion. This is like a public school thing where they tell you, like, yeah, your state spends $15,000 to educate each child per year. And you're like, I'm sorry, why don't you just give me the $15,000 and I'll figure it out? Yeah, because first of all, my kid's retarded thanks to you, and wants to rip his dick off, and second of all, I want the $15,000. In fact, just take the kid. I'll take the $15,000.
Oh, that's a good deal.
They somehow managed to spend $15,000 per new recruit. Holy sh! Could you imagine? Like, so you and I are going to start spending $15,000 per new watcher of the show. We're going to advertise, and it's going to cost us $15,000 for each new viewer of this show. You guys are really gonna have to go hard on that Patreon so that we can have a new viewer. Don't you want friends?
I can't wait.
Yeah.
Don't you want a friend?
And recruitment has risen and fallen with the national unemployment rate. Yeah, I know, because people don't want to murder kids in order to get. Sorry, Johnny, had to have free college. The causes of this crisis are many, as both politicians and our national leadership are largely to blame. If they're to blame, why do you want to join the stormtroopers? Jesus Christ. For nearly a decade now, feckless politicians using the military as a club to batter their opponents have exacerbated increasing negative public opinion, despite the fact that our military has crushed international terrorism and prevented another large-scale attack on our homeland for 22 years in running.
Really?
Really? I'm going to need a source on that.
Is that why?
Yeah.
Is that why?
Yeah, source, dude, trust me. Yeah. Despite this success, in 2023, every service except the Marine Corps is poised to miss its recruiting goal. Well, the Marines miss it because there's tons of people that lick fucking glass. In 2022, the Army alone fell short by 15,000 recruits. Well, just do the math. What's 15,000 times $15,000? That's how much more money they're going to need, Dave. Like the needs of the nation must be met, and our national leadership would be wise to reinforce the idea that military service is an important responsibility of citizenship. A important responsibility of citizenship.
Mm-hmm.
You're not an American if you're not willing to send your kids to die in Ukraine.
For Ukraine.
No, for Biden's money.
Yeah.
They don't give a shit about. Yeah, that's a whole other. They don't give a fuck about Ukraine, dude. Come on. Yeah, haven't the Ukrainians turned 40 yet? While conscription has always been a controversial issue throughout our history, yeah, slavery's been a little controversial throughout our history. A hybrid model would alleviate our current military manpower crisis, increase the connectivity between the American public and its military, and more responsibly use taxpayer dollars. Holes in our military formations are, in fact, gaps in our national security. That's the last line of the article. There's the punch right there, is if we don't recruit more kids, there's going to be another attack.
Yep. Need more children.
I love how through that whole diatribe, he doesn't get the truth, which is the exact opposite, which is maybe there won't be more attacks and maybe you won't have feckless politicians. His own words, in creating debacle after debacle overseas. Again, his own words, if you don't support the fucking military.
Let's abolish the standing army. Jesus
Christ. All right. So in case you're wondering who this guy is, Joe Plinzer is a retired combat decorated Marine. Oh, he's in the Marines. I don't even have to read the rest of the bio. He's a fucking Marine. He's been eating crayons this whole time. He was a lieutenant colonel who served as the strategic advisor for communication to 3 successive commandants of the Marine Corps from 2010 to 2015. Oh, great. So he was in upper management during all those debacles he talked about.
Weird.
Funny how that worked out.
Yeah, that was rough.
I know. We got through it, Dave. We did it.
Did it.
Yeah. I don't have any more time. Yeah.
Look at us. Look at us. Huh? Who would have thought? Not me.
Yeah. That's also what we're going to say when me and Dave enlist. They're gonna
we're dropping out of the plane.
They're gonna remake In the Army now, and it's gonna be you and me.
Yeah. I'm going in for water purification.
Yeah. You're going to the desert, son. Oh man. All right. What do you think? Commercial break?
Yeah, it sounds great.
All right, guys, we're going to be back right after this commercial break to talk about child abuse.
Uh-oh.
Right after this. Stick around. It's Too Late with Alan Mosley is proudly supported by Fox & Sons Coffee. Fans of It's Too Late use code ITL and receive 18% off orders of $25 or more. Shipping's always free on orders over $37.99, so get yours today at their website, which is www.foxinsons.com. It's www.foxinsons.com. Just suffer in silence. In fact, destroy your life even more.
Yeah.
Don't be a coward.
You destroy others. Yeah.
Yep. Oh, that's the best part. So I have a quick little anecdote to share, and then maybe we'll bat this around for a second. So I was heading home from work today, and I know you'll be shocked to hear this. The show wasn't ready. So I had to get home.
What?
And get I know.
Okay.
So I had to get home and get the show ready, and it just dawned on me. Oh my God, I haven't gone grocery shopping. There's nothing at home. There's nothing in the fridge. I'm gonna have to brown bag it, or I'm not eating. And so I'm sitting here. I'm literally on the road. Like, okay, well, what's between here and the house? Guess we're going to Mickey D's.
Oh, the Golden Arches.
Yeah. So I go to McDonald's, and I guess that schools are like, they're not officially back in yet. Like maybe they had a half day or something, and they're officially back next week, or I don't know what's going on. I've seen more kids around, and it's causing a lot of damage to the front end of my truck. And so I have this whole deal where I pull into the drive-thru because I'm driving through because I'm in a hurry, right? And the drive-thru is all the way around the building. But I learned this from my dad many years ago. If you actually want to eat at the restaurant and the drive-thru is backed up, there's a really good chance that the lobby is just empty because everyone goes to the drive-thru thinking, this is vast. And sure enough, I go in the lobby. There's no one even waiting at the counter to order. So, like, I order my food. I'm walking out the door, and I see the guy who was at the window when I walked in, still at the window, like, waiting for his stuff. And I'm getting back in my car with my food and driving away. Yeah, there's a little life hack for everybody. But while I was in the McDonald's, I looked over there, like, in the little dining area and, like, the playhouse area. And it was like some kind of party going on. And it was like, I don't know, like 15, 20-ish kids and like some parents hanging around. And let me tell you, these kids, I didn't whip out my phone and take a picture because that's creepy AF, but they looked a lot like that right there. I was like, Jesus Christ.
Damn,
yeah, what a unit. These kids, these kids were like 4'1" and they weighed me. You know, like they were they were in my weight class if we were going to fight. And it kind of got me to thinking, because this is something that popped into my head before, and we never actually talked about it on the show. I know. Look at Brian; he's already all over it.
Yeah.
Let me pose a question for you guys. Maybe we'll do a poll in Twitch. Do you think that's child abuse? Because now be careful, because this is one of those two-parter questions. The first part, is that child abuse? What do you think?
Me?
Yeah.
I think so. I think it as a parent, part of your job is to teach your kids discipline and structure, especially at that age. You know, and you know, maybe the kid's, you know, prone to that. He's got to eat less than the other kids. And then you have to teach him how to do that, because that's something he's going to have to deal with his whole life. And otherwise he's going to diabetes and heart disease. And it's your job to help him out.
Well, you see these shows, right? Like you see these shows where they have the morbidly obese people and they're like trying to lose weight or
It's tough.
Or like my whatever pound life. I was gonna say my 500 pound. I think it goes up. I think each season, the next season is 600 pounds, and the next season 700
I was gonna
pounds.
say 300, so I might be on the first season.
Yeah, you're on the first. Yeah, you're on. That's like 1982 right there. So anyway, I've seen that show, and I've seen some episodes where it's like they weren't normal, well-adjusted young people, and then when they turned 18, they gained 600 pounds. They were morbidly obese their whole life. But then that opens up the interesting question of, now, wait a minute. When they were a minor, when they were a child, they didn't have a job. They weren't going to the store and getting food. That food was being put in front of them by their parents, by their guardians, by whoever was supposed to be taking care of them. And so whenever they're having these sob stories of, oh my God, my life is so terrible, when they're an older adult and they're saying that, of course, part of me is thinking, well, okay, but like you have your life in your own hands here. So who are you crying to? You did this. But when you see these younger people, it's like, who are the people stuffing their mouths full of food every day? Like they'll do the little montage, you know, of, well, in the morning we start off with this breakfast, and as soon as breakfast over, we go down to McDonald's for a McMuffin and blah 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 blah. Yeah, and then on my way to school, I have a snack of this, and I'm like, okay, they don't have any money. That's being purchased for them by the adults in their life and given to them. They are literally killing their children. And of course the adults are always like, just don't know what to do. They're so hungry. And I'm like,
big appetite.
Like, what is wrong with you? You know, like this is parenting, right? Like you got to get in there and parent, and you're literally killing your child. And it's like, so when they inevitably have a coronary at 12 and die, that's like, you did that to them. They didn't do it to themselves. They didn't have a paycheck. They didn't have a credit card. They couldn't go to McDonald's and order. You ordered it for them and it gave it to them. You did that. But of course, you know, this is the tough thing, and I know we're almost out of time, so we'll kind of wrap up on this really quick. But if it's abuse, what do you do about it? That's the tough question for a lot of us, isn't it? What do you do about it? I don't mean what should the parents and the kids do. No, what would the community do about it if they see, if you're saying it's child abuse, which everyone just said it was, now what are you all going to do about it?
I guess you got to shame the parents.
That's a tough one, because I know that there's people in our audience that kind of have this attitude of, well, the parents are the ones in charge and it's their kids, and I don't want anyone telling me how to raise my kids or what to teach them or whatever, and so it's not our place to do that. But you just said they're abusing their children.
Yeah, it is our place to do that as a society. Yeah.
So yeah, so I mean, I see some people saying that S word in chat, shame, and that's a topic that people who have watched this show for years will remember. We did whole episodes on shame and the place for it, and shame being a good thing. Yeah. And that's why I've always cringed when we're sitting here making jokes about Lizzo, and somebody will come in and say, downvote this clip, report this guy, he's fat shaming. I'm like, yeah, I know.
We're trying to help her.
Like, yeah, I know. Like if you've seen the meme of, like, everybody's happy and says, oh yeah, we're supposed to be proud and supportive of Lizzo. But if you went right now and told your wife that she looks like Lizzo, I bet she wouldn't be too happy. Because they know the real truth. They know that it's wrong. And now
those liberal wives,
yeah, exactly. You're not supposed to look like that. So yeah, shame is a powerful tool, and I hate terms like fat shaming, because I'm like, I know that it's not like I accidentally said something offensive. I meant to offend, because I want them to know that what they're doing is wrong. You would like to think that any sensible person would know that, but you're looking at someone who's 600 pounds, so obviously it didn't register. And so those kids that I saw there today, I'm just gritting my teeth, because I'm like, I'm sitting there watching, like the kids, he's getting like the double quarter pounder with cheese and the basket of, like, he's not even getting a fries. He's getting a basket of fries and then like his large Coke that he's going to get 2 or 3 refills of. Like, dude, this kid's like 7.
Yeah, he's Happy Meal age.
Yeah. He needs like here's another life hack. He only needs like 400 calories to live. He'll be fine.
Yep.
They just gave him, like, I'm looking this shit up. They just gave him like 4,600 calories of food for that meal. Yeah. I'm like, oh my God, are you serious? And so I'm literally sitting here getting ready to walk out the door with my food, thinking, like, should somebody say something? Should, like, because I already know what the response is going to be is, you don't know me.
Yeah.
They're not your kids. Yeah. I'm on a budget. This is what's available. I got, I work a late shift. Or early shift. I ain't got time to make dinner. Groceries are too expensive. I ate this. It's fine. There ain't nothing wrong with me, they say, even though they're missing a foot, And you're like, so I think that's the question to leave us with, is that, well, then what should be done about it? I don't know. I'll leave that up to everybody else. Yeah. Guys, we're going to be back to wrap up the show right after this commercial break. Don't go away.
If you're enjoying tonight's show, consider supporting the program by becoming a member of our Patreon. That's over at patreon.com/Alan Mosley.
Like our Facebook page. It's facebook.com/Alan Mosley TV. You can follow me on Twitter. It's twitter.com/Alan Mosley TV. Subscribe to our YouTube page. It's youtube.com/Alan Mosley TV. But if you're more of a listener than a watcher, you can get us on all your favorite podcasting platforms of choice thanks to Spotify Podcasts. Just search It's Too Late with Alan Mosley or Alan Mosley TV. Dave, do you have a final thought?
I think something else was supposed to happen. There we go. I was going to say how happy I was with my automation of the show, and then I got caught up there. But this was a lot of fun. I think this went well. You were optimistic, and I hope you still are. I had fun. I hope the crowd did too.
Yeah, I'm glad we just did that whole segment on shaming people for overeating fast food, because we're only $100 away from funding the Taco Bell tier list. Where me and Dave,
show you how it's done.
Oh my God, that's what we need to do next. Is I think we're $100 if we got the Taco Bell tier list. But what we should do, and maybe Aaron can do this for us, look up to see how many calories the tier list is, just so that me and Dave are ready. Yeah.
We need a definite menu, and we need all the stats, like we're going into a title fight.
Yeah.
Have all the numbers.
Well, we're gonna have to burn off all that extra weight. So we're gonna do the math, and I'm gonna say, all right, Dave. It turns out at work tomorrow, you're gonna have to burn off an extra 462,000 calories.
Oh my goodness. Why are you doing push-ups?
It's gonna be something ridiculous. I know. I can't wait. It's gonna be fun. This was a great show.
Yeah.
I like this. What do you think about an after party, though?
Oh, I don't want to ruin it, but yeah, real quick.
I don't know, man. Last week's after party was lit.
It was.
All right.
You guys got to get in here.
Got to go to the Twitch channel, twitch.tv/Alan Mosley TV for the after party. Guys, thank you so much for watching another episode of It's Too Late, and we will see you next week. This is a great show.
Oh, I was so scared because you were so optimistic. And I was like, my heart was breaking. Like beforehand, I'm like, I'm gonna do something catastrophic.
I like how every week that I message you and Mary and say, really excited for this week's show, Dave's immediate reaction is, oh no.
Yeah. When you say, oh, I don't know about this one, I'm like, oh, nowhere to go but up.
You got to manage expectations. Yeah.
Yeah.
Manage these nuts.